Now, following on from cumulative frequency, which you can see a sneaky peek of here, we have what we call box plots. Now, a box plot is really simple. So we have a box and it's plotted, so that's where the name comes from. And sometimes we call them box and whiskers, these bits being the whiskers. So this middle line is our median. The first part of the box is our lower quartile, and then we have the upper quartile. So we can tell the interquartile range from this distance here. And the largest value, I'm just going to call that L, represented by this whisker, and the smallest is represented by this one. Now, from a graph, so the only way we get this data is from doing this originally. Now, you should know that the median is halfway, so therefore 50%, and I'll just make this a bit bigger. The lower quartile is a quarter, and therefore 25%, and the upper quartile is 75%, or 3/4. And they follow down, whatever this value is, it's the same. So if it was on the same scale, you can literally draw it underneath. The only thing you can't do is the smallest and biggest. They would have to tell you. So if they told you them, then you can plot them on. But what I want you to realize is this is 25 and this is 75. So this is basically the middle 50%. So therefore this is the middle 50%. The interquartile range shows us the middle 50% of the data, which means underneath the lower quartile, up to there is 25%, so this is the first 25%, and therefore above the 75% is the rest of it. So this is also 25%. So they do ask you very simple questions if you know this, but if you don't, but it's quite easy, isn't it? The middle 50% is interquartile range, and you have the first 25 and the last 25%. Now, this is a classic question. So they would give you one, maybe, and then give you, this will all be on squared paper, so a bit far more accurate than what I'm showing you. And they say, right, the lowest is 22, so right, let's do that. The lower quartile is 28, so you can see that's the same. The interquartile range is 6, so 2, 4, 6, so I can plot that line. The median is 31, so that's the same as the one below. So I'm now ready to join them up to make my box. I'll be doing this with a ruler on the real thing. And my range is 23, so if that's 22, so it's got to be 45. So I'm going to make this one a bit longer to match. Okay, so there's the male. So they just ask you to draw stuff like that using information. And now they might say compare them. And when we compare, you must talk about the average, which is the median. And you can see here they're both 31. So I'd write a comment saying male and females have the same average. Now you could talk about the interquartile range. You can see that males have a smaller interquartile range than the females because their box is smaller. This one's 6 and this one is 8. So a comment like the males have a smaller interquartile range or the females have a larger interquartile range. That's all you need to do. So you either talk about the median and the interquartile range, or the median and the range. And you can see here the male's range is bigger than the females, or the females is smaller than the males. As long as one is the median and one is either interquartile range or the range, you will get the marks. That's it. Very, very simple box plots.